I'm sure you're not allowed to talk about it, but you were in the Space Jam reboot.
Yep.
And that means you've been working with LeBron James.
This is true.
Now, I know I'm not allowed to ask about like specifics about the project, but LeBron James is one of those people where I have to think, what kind of energy is it? You've worked with all these top actors, but you're working with someone who literally has the title like King. He's King James, and he is revered, and he is this force of nature. What's it like working with him while acting?
It was great, actually. I mean, he really did approach it like a team player. He really did approach it like he would approach the sport, because he didn't have it. I mean, he's done a couple. He did Trainwreck, and he's done a couple other things.
That's
but
right.
He really still, thinks of it as a sport in many ways.
Right.
And as he does in the game, he was like always there, always ready, always prepared, ready to try something, ready to just go all in. And at some point I was like, you could be a much bigger diva than you're being right now. You are King James.
Yeah.
But he was just always, the only time that he really required special treatment is when that huge human being had to eat. So there would be certain times it'd be like, oh, gotta eat. And we would sit there and wait for 15 minutes.
And what would he eat? He's not just having like a Tic Tac and a diet soda.
No, it was usually tissue paper, and he's very concerned about his physique. No, I mean, he would eat whatever his person would bring out, but it would be, substantial, and he would sit there and eat, and we'd have to sit and wait. And I was like, I'm gonna start doing that. That's important. We don't do that enough. We don't focus on, because you've been on set, you know what it's like. You work 14-hour days sometimes. And if you don't really take care of yourself, by the end of that thing, you could be done. And he was, nursing an injury. He was still putting the team together at that time. Sometimes after we shoot, he'd go do practice. Sometimes before we'd shoot, he'd have practice. So it was a grueling schedule for him.
So what you're advocating is that at any moment, I should just say, I can stop anything and say, I need to eat. And then a giant, rack of lamb is brought out.
You're Conan O'Brien. I can't believe that it took this for you to figure that out. Are you hungry now?
Not really.
But if you were,
and I don't like lamb. I'm not really a lamb guy.
Right.
See, it's falling apart already.
Yeah, it already isn't working.
And also, it's not going to work. I'm going to say, hey, I need to eat. And they're going to say, well, it's going to be 40 minutes to get the Olive Garden to deliver.
Oh, it's the Olive Garden. That's your go-to.
Yeah, it's
nice.
the bread. Just
a big old basket of bread.
Just the big old basket of bread.